Hey guys, welcome to Stuffbox. In this video, I'll show you how to install WordPress on Google Cloud Platform while taking advantage of the free tier that Google offers. I'll also show you how to point your domain to Google Cloud Platform using Google Domain Registrar with CloudDNS. I'll then show you how to create an SSL using Let's Encrypt, which automatically renews every month. And finally, I'll also show you how to remove the Bitnami logo. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and help me out by clicking the like button. Now, let's begin. To start, go to your Google Cloud Platform dashboard. Click on the menu and select the Marketplace. You can go to the menu on the left or type in WordPress. We're looking for Bitnami WordPress. Select this one, and then now click Launch. For deployment name, you can name it to whatever you want. I'm going to name mine CIT WordPress 1. For zones, we are going to pick a region that is part of Google's free tier zones. These are the zones that are currently part of the Google free tier zones. If you want to learn more about the free tier zones, visit this website since certain things may change. For machine type, we're going to pick F1 Micro, since that is part of Google's free tier offers. For boot disk, you have two options. You can put SSD or standard. I'm just going to leave it as standard. For the rest of the configurations, everything should be good. Just make sure Allow HTTP and Allow HTTPS are checked, which are checked by default. Now click Deploy. This would take a few minutes to deploy, so I'm gonna fast forward this. Great, our website is now live. If you click on the site address, you may get this notification in your browser, which is fine. Click on your site address again. As you can see, our website is now live. The very next thing that you want to do is update the temporary password. So if we go back to our Google Cloud Platform, it gave us an admin username and password. We definitely want to update that right away, and to do that, log into your WordPress dashboard by clicking on your admin URL. It may give you a redirect notice again. Click it. Enter the username, which is user by default. Then paste the temporary password, and then click Login. Click the Users tab on the left, and then click All Users. As you can see, we have one user. Now click Edit. Scroll all the way in the bottom, and then click Generate Password. Make sure you write down that password, and once you've done that, click Update Profile. The next thing we want to do is update anything that needs to be updating. On my case, it's the plugins. I'll click on my plugins, and then select them all, click the bulk action, update, and then apply. Now that our WordPress is secure and up to date, let's go back to our Google Cloud Platform dashboard. So the next thing we want to do is point this site address to our domain name. So highlight this IP address and then copy it, since we're going to need it when we configure our CloudDNS. So now go to your Google Cloud Platform menu, look for Network Services. I'm going to pin it so it goes all the way on top of my menu. And then now go to Network Services and pick CloudDNS. Now click Create Zone. For zone type, pick Public. For zone name, pick a good name to identify your zone names. And then for DNS name, you want to put your domain name without the www. For DNSSEC, make sure it's off. And when that's all is complete, pick the Create button. Now that we've created a name server, click the Add Record Set button so we can create an A record. For DNS name, leave it with your domain name. For resource record type, we want to leave it at A, and for TTL, we want it at 30 minutes. For IP address, you want to paste the IP address that we copied earlier from your WordPress IP. And then now click Create button. Add another record set. This time we're going to add a CNAME record. Under DNS name, put www. For record type, change this to CNAME. For TTL, let's leave that to 5 minutes. And for canonical name, put your domain name here. Once that's all set, click the Create button. Now the next thing we want to do is point these name servers on our domain name. To do that, you need to go to your domain register. On my case, it's Google Domains. Then modify the DNS settings. This is where we're going to put the name server. Now go to your Google Cloud Platform and copy these name servers. As you can see, they're all pretty much the same except it's D1 to D4. So I'm just going to copy one. Now go back to your domain registrar and we're going to use custom name servers. Paste it here and then add all 4. We're simply going to modify this number. So don't worry about the period will disappear once we click Save. Okay, so now we just have to wait 48 hours for it to propagate. Most of the time, this will take effect after 10-15 minutes. But if it still doesn't work, you might have to wait 48 hours. So I've waited about half hour. We can test it now. It should work. Our IP should be pointed to our domain. Now to check that, open a browser and type in our domain. If I hit enter on this, and there it is. So the next thing we want to do is add an SSL in our domain because it says not secure here. So let's go back to our Google Cloud Platform, go to your menu, go to Compute Engine, and click VM Instances. And from here, we need to SSH to our VM instance. Click SSH. Once your SSH is loaded, you need to enter this command. I put this command in the description if you want to copy and paste it. Then hit enter to execute the command. If you get this message, it will ask you to update the certification tool. I would say yes. Once it has updated, you need to re-enter the command. Simply press the up arrow key and then hit enter. So now it will ask you to enter your domain name. Enter your domain name separated by space. In my case, I'm going to put caninternationaltravel.com and put a space and then add the www.caninternationaltravel.com and then hit enter. Enter Y for this. We want all traffic to be HTTPS. Press Y and then hit enter. For this, we'll click no. These are all the changes that's going to happen. As you can see, one of them is renewing the certificate whenever it expires every month. As long as your VM instance is active, your SSL certificate will always renew. Once you are satisfied with all the settings, press Y or press N if you want to modify some changes. Now enter a valid email address. This is where you'll get an email if there's a problem with your SSL certificate. Now in order for everything to work, you need to agree on the subscribers agreement. If you want to read more about the agreement, visit this link. If you're all good, press Y and then hit enter. This may take a few minutes, so I'll fast forward it. Looks like everything went well based on what it says here, which says succeeded. If you successfully installed an SSL, Please help me out and click the like button if you haven't done so. Now simply press enter. I'm going to do a quick test to see if my SSL has been applied. So open another tab, then refresh my web page here. And you can see that there's a padlock there now. Now the last thing I want to do is remove the Bitnami logo. To do that, let's go back to our SSH. Enter this command to remove the Bitnami logo. You can also find the command on the video description. Now hit enter.
Why?
If you run into command not found error message, it is most likely that the bnconfig command is disabled. I'll save you the time by not showing you the step-by-step commands that I tried and did not work. But you can see that I've tried a few commands before realizing that the bnconfig is actually disabled. Now to view if bnconfig is disabled, change the directory so we can go to the bnconfig folder location. Now that you've changed the directory, type the list command by typing ls, and then hit enter. Now we can see that the bnconfig is actually disabled. Now to enable this, we need to enter the move command. This is a little bit long, but the command is in the description. Once you've typed the whole command, press enter. Now we can try the first command that we entered. So I'm gonna copy the first one here and then paste it on this field and then hit enter. Great, that seemed to have worked without an error message. Now let's go to our website and check it. We can refresh it and it looks like it has disappeared. Just to make sure, I'm gonna open it in incognito mode, put my website there, and there it is. We have an SSL, the Bitnami logo is gone. If you want to know how to create a static website on Google Cloud Platform, here's the link to that video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video helped you.